5-star freshman forward, Cody Williams. Cody, I met you and talked to you earlier in the summer, right after you just got here. It's been a few months since then. What has that progression been like for you?
Obviously, I'm obviously more comfortable on the court just because, getting more used to just our flow offense, our sets, our defensive reads. So just like obviously the more I've been on the court, the more comfortable I've got with the system, and now I can just play freely, So for me, that's just been the biggest thing. I've gotten stronger, more on balance, better defensively. So just all the little things that I got away with in high school that I can't get away with here, I've corrected just by watching film with the coaches, and they've taught me a lot.
Has it been a big learning curve for you? I mean, you played in the U19 tournament, but has it been another jump just kind of doing practices here at Colorado now?
I wouldn't say it was a huge learning curve just because obviously that USA really helped because we ran the same exact sets and defenses. So I was ahead of the curve as a freshman coming in. But there was definitely just a jump, coming here. Just the physicality. Obviously USA helped with that too because in FIBA, you get in the paint, they just let you hack foul. So just getting, obviously that helped me getting here. And then, just that jump for the physicality and the speed of the game on a longer court, wider court, that's just kind of been the adjustment I had to get used to, obviously in the altitude too. So that was rough, but I'm well adjusted now and I feel way comfortable on the court.
You got to be a part of that dinner with the 76ers. Take us through that experience. What was that like for you?
Honestly, it was huge. I mean, I don't know how many people can be like, oh, Coach Prime invited me to eat dinner with the 76ers. But it was huge just talking to those vets. I was sitting with Rico Hines and another one of I forget his name. It was another one of the draft picks. And just learning how their practices are, the intensity of their games, how training camp's going. And then obviously hearing from Dion, just his mindset in practice. Because, his mindset carries over regardless what sport you're in. Just his work ethic. He's really going out there trying to, kill people in practice, make them better. So for me, that's just something I can take here. Only way I'm gonna get my teammates better is if I push them. Try to obviously do my best in practice. So for me, just learning how they got to their position, just the day-by-day things they were doing. Taking care of their body, getting sleep, lifting weights, making sure their body's taken care of. Those are kind of just huge things I took with me.
Was there any specific interaction you had that night with one of the players that really stood out to you?
I'm trying to think. I'd say the biggest one I had was with just Rico Hines. He was just talking to me about coming in as a freshman, what you have to do. You have to play solid. I know how to play basketball. You have to play the right way. Biggest thing is defend. Don't turn the ball over. And kind of just play your game. Know what you're good at, and stick to it, improve on it. Don't try to do anything outside your game. So for me, that was just kind of huge. Coming in as a freshman, just be solid, play my game. I know what I can do, and just be effective in that.
You mentioned FIBA and kind of getting that extra time to work with Tad at that experience. I guess what was the biggest thing that you learned from just working with Tad that extra time during the summer?
Biggest thing, definitely just watch a lot of film because I was watching film in high school. I'd watch film, I'd watch it, but he really told me film is really gonna help you, and it did. I watch film here every day, and it's just been helped me a lot, just kind of learning the little things. My off ball's gotten a lot better just by watching film. So is my on the ball, how to get steals, being gaps, when to rotate, how to read a guy's eyes, where he's gonna throw it. So I think that's just been the biggest thing he's taught me is just learn, just keep learning, never be satisfied, and always be coachable.
You got a group of guys who are pretty established vets too, Tristan, Eddie, KJ. How have they helped you kind of come along as well?
Oh, they're not afraid to get on me in practice if I make a mistake. Obviously in a coaching way, but practice gets intense and you make a dumb mistake, they're gonna make sure you hear it. So for me, just being coachable by those guys, and those guys know I'm not afraid to be coached, so they're gonna make sure I know what I'm doing. If I have any questions, they're gonna answer them. And then even off the court, if I need anything I can call them. They'll call me back, hit me up, make sure I'm all taken care of. So just having that connection with seniors who aren't gonna treat you like a freshman, they're gonna treat you like their little brother and take care of you. That's just been huge for me developing on and off the court.
When you're being projected as a number 1 overall pick before you've even set foot on a college court, how do you stay in the now? How do you stay here?
I also know those things aren't really because like you said, I haven't played a college game, so you can't really trust those things. But for me, it's kind of you have to, have the mindset and be smart enough to recognize that you have to be focused on Colorado basketball. And for me, that's just been the biggest thing coming here, is making sure I'm locked in every day for practice. Not thinking about, oh, he's projected this or that, he could play with his brother, blah, blah, blah. I'm really just focused on getting better every day, and Colorado basketball winning the Pac-12 championship, man. That starts every day in practice with every drill and every rep. So for me, that's like just every day making sure I'm locked into Colorado basketball.
Is that something that Coach Boyle kind of told you when you came here? Is like, hey, if you follow me, if you do all the things that you need to do, like the rest of the stuff will take care of itself.
Oh yeah, and he already knew, because I was like, me and him and my parents just have a great relationship. He already knew where my mindset was at. He knew only thing I'm focused on is Colorado basketball. I'm not worried about what all the outside noise says. He always says voices and choices. You can either listen to all the outside noise, or I can listen to my head coach, who knows what he's doing and won championships. So like, we were on the same page when even on my visits. Like, if I were to come here, I'm only focused on basketball. So I think that helped me a lot. Obviously, he reiterated, and I was coming here, like, there's going to be a lot of noise and talk. You just got to filter it. But like, I think just being on the same page when I was coming here about, our goals, I think that helped us out a lot.
You already kind of mentioned, what you learned from Coach Boyle and the vets in the offseason, but you've got a few young guys coming in with you. Mm-hmm. It just feels like this team has come together really quickly, and you guys are already a close-knit family. Do you agree with that?
Oh, most definitely. Obviously, I have a lot of work on, a lot to get better, but I think the thing that helps us is we're all so close. So we're not afraid to correct anybody if they have a mistake. We're all coachable. So I think, like, you can't really do that if you don't have a close-knit team. So I think just our locker room chemistry is, like, really what's allowing us to get better each day.
You have a lot of NBA players that played here at Colorado. Mm-hmm. Have you been in contact with those guys, and what has their message been to you?
Oh, yeah, like Andre Roberson, Spencer Dinwiddie, Derek White, all those guys. They were just here, I think, like 3 weeks ago. I think it was for the USC game, or one of the games before that. And, we were just playing with them, scrimmaging them. And obviously, while we're playing against them, they're teaching us the little things. So I think it's just huge having guys like that, come back. And that just shows how good the program is, how connected it is when guys are coming back willingly to, like, work out with Steve or just, talk to the players. So I think that's huge and something that can't be taken for granted.
You got one, Tristan?
No, I'm just.
You mentioned Steve. You said that was a big reason why you came here. Just how has that process gone working with him these first few months?
I could just tell I'm getting stronger. I feel way more on balance. I'm able to get lower on defense. And I trusted him wholeheartedly coming here, and I knew he was going to get my body right. Mm-hmm. So for me, just, getting in that weight room and working with him every day, it's been huge. And I can tell a difference on the court. So that's like, I knew that was one of the biggest reasons when I was coming here. Like, Steve is going to get me right. He's going to get me stronger, more on balance. Just become a more functional basketball player, and he's doing just that.
Thanks a lot, Cody. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Appreciate you, Cody.
Okay. Just a heads up for your benefit.